Hey, welcome to Sports Lovers Houston, the sports podcast where we talk everything Texans, Astros, and Rockets. My name is Layla Mueller, and welcome to Sports Lovers Houston here on Roundtable Radio. I want to start this edition of Sports Lovers Houston with welcoming everybody to Season 2. I'm super excited to be back, and this season is going to be full of action. Coming up, I got the Texans finishing up their season and the NFL playoffs in full swing. On the Rockets side, a quick peek at how the season is going and a player spotlight on Alperen Sengun. And I will also mention some personal player points around the league. And for the Houston Astros, I will talk about the 2022 season and how it ended. That's all coming up. But first, it's time to get into Texans talk.
The Texans are about to march.
The Texans season wrapped up 3 weeks ago, and let's just say it was very interesting. To start the season off, we played the Indianapolis Colts, and, well, we ended the game in a tie. Yeah, that's right. Nobody won or lost the first game of the season. And everything kind of just went downhill from there. The Texans ended their season with a 3-13-1 record, and with the Texans losing almost all their games, you pretty much know what's going to happen during the next game. Well, in the last game of the Texans season, we all wanted them to lose because the Texans lost. We secured the number 1 pick in the NFL draft. Well, the Texans had other plans. We wanted the Colts to throw a Hail Mary at the last second to score a touchdown or get into field goal distance so we could lose. Well, the clock struck 0, score 32-31 Texans. The one game they decided to win was the game they needed to lose. The Texans ended up losing the number 1 pick in the draft due to the win. It ended up going to the Bears. We still have number 2, but why, Texans? You lose every game, and the one game you decide to win is the game you need to lose. Ugh. But in other Texans news, the Texans decided to fire head coach Lovie Smith after just 1 season. Not sure what that was all about. I saw a lot more potential in him, but okay. Alright, enough of the Texans and their losing, yada, yada, yada. Let's move on to Wild Card Weekend in the NFL playoffs. To start off, NFC Wild Card, we had San Francisco and Seattle, and San Francisco took it 41-23. And for the Giants and the Vikings, the Giants take the win 31-24. And finally, the last game in the NFC, the Dallas Cowboys and Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I'm just going to say Tom Brady ain't going to the Super Bowl this year. Dallas decided to say, how about them Cowboys, and won the game 31-14. One quick note I would like to add about that game. The Dallas kicker missed 4 extra point shots. 4. I don't know how, but he missed them. Anyway, moving on to the AFC. We got Jacksonville and the Chargers, and Jacksonville took it 31-30. Going over to Baltimore and Cincinnati, the Bengals take it 24-17. And finally, the last one, Buffalo and Miami, and Buffalo wins it 34-31. Now that the wild card is over, we move on to the division round. AFC, you got Kansas City and Jacksonville, and Kansas City took it 27-20. Moving over to the NFC, we got the Giants and Philly, and if you haven't been paying attention to Philadelphia at all, well, they went undefeated for a long period of time, and they are currently 14-3. So they decided we're going to add another win, sent the Giants packing 38-7. Wow. And San Francisco and Dallas, San Francisco said, Dallas, this is not your year. San Francisco came out on top 19-12. And once again, all eyes were on the Dallas kicker because after the 4 missed shots, you got to watch it. Oh, and guess what? He missed another one. Yeah, he missed another one. Moving on, we got the conference championship games. They are set. We have San Francisco going against the Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday, January 29th at 2. And then at 5:30, we got Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals. So on the next edition, I will let y'all know who is heading to the Super Bowl. Alright, that's enough of football. That was a lot of football because it's time to light the fuse for the Rockets Roundup. Alright, Rocket season is in full swing, and, well, it's not the best. Their record is currently 11-37, but that could change tonight as they play the Cleveland Cavaliers. That update will be on the next episode. They ended their 13-game losing streak against the Minnesota Timberwolves 3 days ago with a final score of 119-114. No idea how we won that one, but great job. But in true Rockets fashion, a win streak was not formed when they lost to the Washington Wizards 108-103. Now moving on to our player spotlight on Alperen Şengün. This man is a talk around the league. He is only in his sophomore season, but he is playing like a vet. He is getting double-doubles left and right and recorded his second career triple-double against the Wizards. He's a great player, and I cannot wait to see what else he's going to do this season. Also, in other Rockets news, KJ Martin has entered the 2023 dunk contest at the All-Star Game. If you are someone that likes dunks or is interested in watching super cool dunks, this is the guy for you. Like, he does some crazy dunks, crazy moves. This dunk contest is going to be interesting and super exciting. So, congrats, KJ, on that. And really quickly, before we move on to the Astros, I wanted to mention a few crazy points going around the league over the last month. Donovan Mitchell of the Cleveland Cavaliers, who we face tonight, had a 71-point night a few weeks ago. Yeah, you heard me right. 71 points alone. That is insane. Damian Lillard had a 60-point night the other day, and Luka Doncic with his 30-plus point games for 5 straight games, with one of those being a 50-piece. There are some crazy point values going around the NBA right now. I've never seen this before, so the NBA this season is definitely crazy. That's all for the Rockets. Now it's time to do it for the H with the Astros, and I'm kind of excited to tell y'all about this. I got some Astros news that I'm very excited to share.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Deep to center field, this ball's crushed.
The 2022 Astros season wrapped up a few months ago, and it was fun to watch. They finished this season with a record of 106-56. One player making his Astros and MLB debut was Jeremy Pena. He made Astros fans say, "Correa who?" He played like he's been playing in the league for a few years now. From crazy plays in the infield to long gone dingers, he did it all. And man, oh man, was he fun to watch. More on him in a moment. Now it's time for that Astros news I was telling y'all about in the Rockets preview. October baseball comes around. We are first in the AL West. We survived the division series. Okay. We survived the championship series, and we made it to the World Series. Oh my gosh. Stress levels kick in 1,000%. So, without further ado, your 2022 World Series champs are the Houston Astros. That's right. The Astros won the World Series, ending the season with securing that trophy. Oh my gosh. Kyle Tucker made the final catch in foul territory to secure that trophy. And remember the rookie Jeremy Pena I was talking about? Well, he went on to win not only the ALCS MVP, but the World Series MVP. Y'all, this kid was special, and I cannot wait to see what he will do this season. Opening day is 66 days away, but pitchers and catchers are due to report to West Palm Beach, Florida on February 16th, with position players reporting February 21st. So, is it February 16th yet? I kind of want some baseball. But in other Astros news, the Astros and James Click decided to part ways at the end of the Astros season, which was kind of sad. We really wanted him to stay, but the Astros just announced a few hours ago that Dana Brown will be our new GM. Brown was the VP of scouting for the Atlanta Braves from 2019 and 2022. His hiring marks only the second time in MLB history that a team has had a black GM and a black manager. He's also the only black manager in the league right now. That's pretty impressive. I want to read a quote from somebody in the front office of a different MLB team. I saw this from a sports reporter on Twitter, quote, their championship window just extended 5 to 7 years longer, end quote. And I 100% agree. This was a great hire, and I am super excited to see the things he will do. Maybe he'll start by getting Yuli Gurriel a new contract. Come on. But in other news, the Astros signed White Sox first baseman Jose Abreu, and I'm kind of excited for this as well. The team is looking great. But every Astros fan right now is praying to the pineapple gods to get Yuli back. Please, pineapple gods, bring back La Piña. Bring back La Piña. Come on. Okay, hopefully it worked. So next time, I should have an update on that. Fingers crossed. That's going to do it for this edition of Sports Lovers Houston. Tune in next time to find out if the Texans have hired their new head coach and who is going to the Super Bowl. I'm kind of excited to see that. Also find out how the Rockets are doing. Do they have another big losing streak, or are they incorporating a few wins? And finally, find out any Astros news. Have they signed Yuli Gurriel? Have we signed somebody else? Have we traded somebody away? Who knows? There are so many things that could change. And remember, we are only 66 days away from opening day. Thank you for listening to Sports Lovers Houston, the sports podcast where we talk everything Texans, Astros, and Rockets. Once again, my name is Layla Mueller, and thank you for listening to Sports Lovers Houston here on Roundtable Radio.